Hello everybody, Ghostblade1062 here with another rolling stock review. Today, we will be looking at a Rapido 3,800 cubic foot hopper car in the Canadian Pacific Multimark Scheme. I had purchased this model secondhand at the train exchange in Edmonton, and the previous owner has done some work to the car itself, including weathering. Therefore, it will look a bit different and will not be a standard out-of-the-box car, but it will have a bit of additional detailing to it. And now, let's move on to the unboxing. Alright, taking a look at the box, we have the Rapido logo in the top left there, with a clear plastic front window, giving us our first actual look at the car. On the bottom, we have the Rapido logo and website, same with the top of the box. And then on the left side, we have just the logo. On the right side of the box, we have the product barcode, as well as the item ID, which is 127007-3. It is a 3,800 cubic foot hopper in the CP Small Multimark Scheme, road number 382515. And on the back of the box, we have a little bit of information about Rapido as a brand. And now, opening up the box, we have the car sitting in this two-piece plastic cradle that is held in place by a lot of foam on the back, providing extra cushioning. Then we have some unboxing instructions, as well as some prototype information. And then we also have included an exploded diagram with parts list, and now taking the car out of the box, we have these extra plate pieces here. And is there anything else? No. So, taking off the truck immobilizers. These are fitted quite tightly. Alright, I'm gonna need to do some figuring out on how to get these truck immobilizers removed. So, I will do that off camera, and then we will start our detail overview part of the video. Time to take a closer look at the car. As I said before, this car was previously owned, and as such the previous owner has done some weathering work to it, as well as the previous owner also changed over the couplers to KD couplers from the looks of it, but I am not 100% sure. But starting at the head end of the car here, we have our ladders going up to the roof of the car, as well as one going halfway up. We also see our ribbing on the side of the main storage area. And if you look just underneath the top of the walkway, you can see the CP reporting marks as well as the road number. We also have our brake line here with a silver tipped end. And now looking along the side of the car, here we again have our reporting marks and road number as well as our capacity information. We have a little bit of rusting detailing that was weathered on by the previous owner, which is also evident on the trucks and axles, as well as the graffiti on the side here. The trucks have some some basic suspension details as well. Now moving on to the rear of the car, we have our separately fitted plastic brake wheel, as well as our air brake setup here with brake lines. But aside from that, the rest of this end is the same as the head end of the car. Now moving on to the other long side, we have some different graffiti on this side here, and the reporting marks and road number are on the other end of the car. And we have some more rusting and dirt detailing that the previous owner had done on this side as well. Now looking at it from the top, we have our separately fitted see-through corrugated walkways along the outer edge of the car, as well as our 4 filling hatches, which are separately fitted. And then looking at the underside of the car, we have our 4 chutes with their own separately fitted covers, or openings I should say. And now that we have the detail overview completed, all in all a decent looking car, we will move on to the rip track segment. Alright, time for the rip track segment. In this segment of the video, we are going to start out with checking the height of the factory couplers. Off camera, I did go through and verify that the couplers have not been replaced yet and are still the factory Rapido couplers. Therefore, I will be changing them over to KD number 158s. And I will also then be verifying the wheel gauge in this section of the video as well. So, let's start with the easiest part, the wheel gauge. Starting with the lead truck, axle 1 is good, and axle 2 is good. Rear truck, axle 1 is good, And axle 2 is also good. Now, to verify the height of the factory couplers, and while I am replacing them, it is always nice to see if the factory couplers measure up in the standard. The rear coupler is good. As is the front coupler, though the trip pin is hanging a little low. And now it's time to change over the couplers. I just needed to swap over the bit of my screwdriver. So the first thing I will have to do is remove the truck. Right, that is coupler number 1, and as you can see, these Rapido ones are more of a plastic material, while I will be using KD magnetic knuckle couplers. Okay, and we still have proper movement. That's the truck remounted. And now for the other end of the car. Right, that's the second coupler in place. Now to tighten it down. Okay, good. Okay, and that is the other truck in place. So now, to verify the height of our new couplers, starting on the head end of the car here,
And we are spot on.